It's been about 3 months since the Goddess of Destruction update came out, and now I feel like it's a good time to share my impression on it. For those of you who are not aware of this yet, Lineage 2 is now free to play, which was a really good move from NCSoft to try to revive the game back to its former glory. First thing you will notice is a redesign of the logging interface. With big updates come big changes. The character's select screen has also been greatly changed, making it look more like a modern game. You can see what class each races will lead to and information about them. But none of the new hairstyle that were shown in the trailers seems to be available. Why? I'll get to that in a moment. So does changing the interface make it new again? That's what we're going to see in this video. The game itself hasn't changed much, except now there's more cutscene to introduce you to the story of Goddess of Destruction.
The resurrection was a success, but incomplete. It seems we have a little rat watching us.
The stats of all monster and character has been changed to better reflect the new system, but to me it just looks like they put a ×2 at the end of every stat, which is kind of pointless. There's even a mystic stats for Dwarf now, which is only obtainable by using Stone of Destiny, I believe, which is impossible to get now. But if you happen to have a character level 40 and above that was created before the update, go check them out, they should have one. The hairstyle I was talking about can be obtained by participating in the newly added campaign. The campaign is a server-wide event which can make it turn into a PvP war sometimes. And it happens randomly at night server time, which require you to do different tasks such as killing some monster, deliver antidote, bring back stolen goods, and pay your respect to the dead. You'll be rewarded 2 marks every time you participate, which you can use to buy various objects, which is how you get the new hairstyle, by buying a wig box. So basically, it's not a new hairstyle, but rather a new hair accessory. But most of the time, the box is going to be empty. I opened 3 so far and didn't get anything. The game also has a new die system that let you put any of the stats you want a +15 boost. But I don't even know how they expect people to get the die they want in the first place, considering you get a random 1 out of 15 every time you buy one. By starting a new character, a cutscene will start showing Shilin talking.
I will bring destruction to this world. It is my fate. My children...
After the cutscene, you'll be prompted to take a quest right away, in the newly designed Talking Island. The game is now extremely newbie friendly, for it will guide you up to level 40 in only a few hours, with many new quests that will explain the story of Goddess of Destruction, if you feel like reading all of that text, that is. Along with the hundreds of quests added to help you get to 85 quick, there's also a lot of free items. Some of them are from quests, but most of them will be from the Path to Awakening page on the website, which will fully gear you up to 76 with limited time items, which might cause some problem if you stop playing for a while, but there's more than enough time to hit 86. The S-grade equipment comes with 90 days limit time, while the lower grade comes with 30 days. And if you lose them, you can get them back by buying a Heroes box for Crystal. It's not cheap, but it's a lot cheaper than buying the equipment yourself, and those you get from the box last 90 days.
Aside from the items, the quests are very easy. Speak to an NPC, find another one, kill a monster, cry for the dead, ladder, rinse, repeat. And before you know it, you'll be level 40, second class. No more of those 1 day long class change quests. And after that, you can finally enjoy some monster hunting, just like the old time. And feel almighty with the new 4th class buff, which will most likely come for a price from other players, but they sure make a huge difference, and make you feel like you're a full party on your own. Most of the leveling area are unchanged, except for Tower of Insolence, which has been slightly revamped for a really good party leveling place. But despite NCSoft's effort to force people to play in a party by giving monsters skills that do massive damage on non-tank, all people get 4th class buff and level solo to their art content. But if you want to party with other players, Kamaloka Instance is still a good option, and it also has new quests added to it. Some experience quests such as collecting tissue from the bosses for every level range, Kuma Tower daily quest boss for lower level, and Tower of Insolence daily for higher level with some really nice rewards such as a cheap biome ring knockoff. Although the in-game guide says there's daily quests for every level range after 40, that's not true at all. The guide says there's a daily quest at Ivory Tower for level 40, but the NPC that's supposed to give the quest just doesn't want to give it to people.
And the quest list says a different NPC give the quest. Wait, what? Fred? There's no such NPC! So I guess the quest doesn't exist. Oh wait, never mind. I guess if I speak to every NPC I finally find the one that gives it. 20 kilometers away from the place.
Some are not even daily, even though the book says they all are daily. And some are not even available at that time, since the quests rotate whenever the server restarts. The quests are normally easy, but sometimes just outrageous, which lead me to the first issue with this update. The lower level daily are fine because the areas selected for the quests are huge, so there's enough place for you to find a spot to hunt the monster you need, and you don't have to kill that many, somewhere around 20 to 30. While the higher level ones are in a really small area with really limited number of monsters such as Shrine of Loyalty, which require you to get 77 quest items, not a 100% drop rate mind you. All veterans remember how bad it was to kill 700 monsters for the 3rd class quest. Now imagine 1,000 people trying to complete that quest every day. What were they thinking? On top of that, when comes time for the quest to rotate, that quest never seems to get removed. I've seen it not in the list once in 2 months, and that was the day I hit 75, which was also on the day the server restarted, ironically. And I saw it gone again right after I stopped playing the game. Is this a joke? But once you reach 80, you're finally out of the daily nightmare, which soon turns into a new nightmare. Although they changed the experience curve, it's quite annoying to have no vitality while farming, except if you're a mage. Let's talk about vitality. The vitality has been completely changed. You now get double experience as long as you have vitality. And you get all your vitality back every Wednesday morning, and it doesn't go down as quick as it used to. But at level 80 plus, it still takes less than 2 hours to fully get rid of it, but this problem can be solved with 2 really costly ways. When a character reaches level 85, they can become mentor and take 3 mentees under their wings, which will grant the mentee double experience and full buff as long as the mentor is online. And the mentor will also get a 10% experience bonus. But watch out, if your mentor decides to log off, you will lose all your buff and most likely die. Makes you wonder why they didn't make this on a timer rather than an on and off thing. Just the fact that the mentor has to be online for the mentee to get its buff and double experience is kind of annoying and unreliable in some cases. Since the mentor buff always override any other buff, so even if you know that your mentor is gonna log off, you cannot do anything about it. You have to wait for him to log off. You cannot get buffed, then go on and hope that the buff are still there. They're just gonna disappear and you'll most likely die. And not just that, but finding a mentor for free is really hard. People sell mentor privilege for over 50 million Adena, but fortunately seems to be going down a lot, since the number of level 85 characters is rapidly going up. Maybe someday people will pay to get mentee instead.
Which will make sense in the first place, since the mentor get bonus coin whenever the mentee level. The higher the level, the more the coin, which are really good. Look at the items on sale. Elemental stone that put your weapon directly at 150 element, enchant armor R, enchant weapon R, and all at affordable prices? Man, this is really good. What does R stand for anyway? Retarded grade? But anyway, it was so hard to get a mentor for my Fortune Seeker that I leveled my Evo Sense to 85 so I could mentor myself instead. It might sound crazy to level a character just to level yourself, but they made it totally unfair for fighter class. Mages get to have a nice repeatable quest that gives 5% at level 78 and takes only 4 to 5 minutes to complete. It would have taken weeks to get to level 85 on my Fortune Seeker, but on my Evo Saints it only took me 4 days. Oh, and totally ignoring the fact that they were offering a super bike to the first Awakened class on the server. Might as well just say free bike to the first Mage class to get 85. So in all, getting mentored is a do-it-yourself task. At least when the server just started. The second way is pretty simple for non-gamers, since it requires you to go out of your house, get a job and gather money, with which you can buy yourself experience rune from the real cash shop, such as double experience or triple experience rune for level 85 and under, or 50% experience rune for any level, which stack with the double or triple experience one. But I think it needs to be said that all those experience bonus don't multiply each other. If you have Vitality, Mentor, triple experience rune and 50% experience rune, you will get 550% experience, not 1800. And when you finally get yourself a Mentor or some experience runes, Awaken can easily be yours.